Greetings, this is Ra. I just wanted to share a quick moment with some of you all who've been asking me, how do you go about creating a chapter or a house within the Imperial House of Black? Well, first thing is you need to make sure that you can afford the time to dedicate to, for one, the organization as well as putting your chapter or house together. That's very important dedication. The next is you're going to need a little bit of money. Not saying you have to get any type of business licenses or anything, but of course, when you start something like a chapter or a house, in order to get some people out, is probably a good idea when trying to recruit people for your upcoming chapter or house. You want to throw some little parties, some little get togethers, so people can come together and you can talk to them about joining the house. Um, Basically, you're going to need to make sure that your house or chapter follows by the Constitution of the Imperial House of Black. Any chapter house is more than welcome to create their own set of rules as long as they do not conflict with the Imperial House of Black's Constitution. You need to make sure that you have at least 4 officers, which will consist of your overseer, and the task of the overseer will basically be to assist you as the parent of the local house or chapter in the day-to-day runnings of your chapter or house. After that, the next office that you must have in your local quorum is that of the marshal. The marshal is basically another word that we use for a secretary, which is pretty much self-explanatory. After that, we have the exalter, and the exalter basically is the counselor, a psychiatrist, person that gives advice, someone that you can go to and confide in, that is designated for a specific chapter or house, etc., etc. The last officer that is a requirement on your local quorum is your storehouse master or storehouse mistress, which basically is another word for treasurer. Again, self-explanatory. There has been some people that asked, well, what's the difference in me starting a chapter within the Imperial House of Black or a house within the Imperial House of Black? Really, it's not too much of a difference. The only thing is that you can use any name that you want to use. If you want to have a chapter, if you want to have a house, that's perfectly fine. You can have a house, give it whatever name you want it. But of course, at the end of the day, the members of that house, because they're in the Imperial House of Black, and the house itself would be governed by the Imperial House of Black, must use the Black name as well. So however you want to go about doing that, that's perfectly fine. Whether you just want a chapter of the Imperial House of Black, and everybody just has the name Black, or if you want to basically, in essence, start your own family, which predominantly is the people that start a house instead of a chapter. So however you want to go about doing it is perfectly fine. For those people that are interested in starting a chapter or a house in locations where we do not have any chapters, please feel free to contact me. If you go to the founder link tab up here on the website, you will find my Facebook link that will go right to my Facebook, and you can message me and hit me up, and we can discuss further details in regards to your future house or chapter. Also, anyone who is on the Supreme High Council as well as any current reigning monarch. You can hit them up as well, and they'll be more than welcome to sit down with you and discuss further details on how to start a chapter and or start a house. And so that's pretty much it. I just wanted to share a little bit with you to let you know. We are also looking for chapters in other countries besides the United States, Canada, and Asia, which are the three that we currently have chapters in now. We're also looking for some in Puerto Rico and other places like that. So if you're interested, whether it be in the United States or any place that there is not an existing chapter or house, please feel free to hit us up and we'll give you more inside details on what to do on starting a house or a chapter. It was a pleasure speaking with you briefly, and I hope to hear from you with your excitement in wanting to open up a chapter or a house. Thank you. Bye-bye.